That suicidal empathy, because I don't think we should have empathy, but that empathy should extend to the victims, not just the criminals. We should have empathy for the people that they prey upon. But that suicidal empathy is also responsible for why somebody's arrested 47 times for violent offenses, gets released, and then goes and...
That sympathy in the system that they created is actually insane, because somebody is making trouble, he's being arrested 30 times. Because of the people, they have sympathy and they release them back in the society, and they make again trouble. And somewhere along the way, they will kill someone. Of course, someone will get pissed about it.
Murder somebody in the U.S. That's you see that same phenomenon playing out everywhere,
Yes.
Where the suicidal empathy is to such a degree that we're actually allowing our women to get raped and our children to get killed.
Yes.
But it just doesn't seem like that would be anything that any rational society would go along with. That's what makes me so confused. It's like you're importing massive numbers of people that come from some
What he's about to say, this is actually insane.
really dark.
I think what Elon wants to say in the next sentences is that the government is trying to import illegals or people that are illegal in the country, so he can gain more votes, so they can stay in power.
Places of the world.
Well, there's no vetting is the
Right.
issue. It's like
Right.
it's like if there's no vetting, like people are just coming through. Like, well, what's to stop someone who just committed murder in some other country from coming to the United States or coming to Britain and just continuing their career of rape and murder? Like, unless you've done, if this is some due diligence to say, like, well, who is this person? What's their track record? If you haven't confirmed that they have a track record of being, honest and not being a homicidal maniac.
Exactly. If you don't have any documents of him being a nice person, then you cannot let him in the country to live with other people. You don't really know the history of this guy. Maybe he's a murderer. Maybe he killed some people there in their country. Why would you let someone like that in the country where you live?
Then any homicidal maniac can just come across the border. And that's
Yeah.
not to say everyone who comes across the border is a homicidal maniac, but if you don't have a vetting process to confirm that you're not letting in people who will do some serious violence, you will get people who do serious violence.
You will get. If you don't have any records of them, that they are clean, that they didn't do anything wrong, the chance and the risk they did something wrong is very, very high. So of course they will do something terrible in your country.
Times coming through.
Well, especially if you don't punish them and if you don't
Yes.
deport them. And if you are just like, but what is the purpose of allowing all those people into the country? It can't be, I wouldn't imagine that anyone in their society supports this.
Well, let me explain. So because you mentioned, for example, how much, say, Hillary and Obama have changed their tune from prior speeches where they were hard-nosed about not letting in anyone who's a criminal into the country, having secure borders, all that stuff. So why did they change their tune? The reason is that they discovered that those people vote for them.
Exactly. The people that you let inside your country will love you because you let them inside, and they will vote for you.
That's why they want the open borders.
Yeah.
Because if you let people in, they know the Democrats let them in, they'll vote for Democrats.
Yes.
If you allow them to vote.
Which they're actively doing. They turn a blind eye to illegal voting.
Well, California literally doesn't allow you to show your license.
California and New York have made it illegal to show your photo ID when voting. Thus, effectively, they've made it impossible to prove fraud. Impossible. They've essentially legalized fraudulent voting in California and New York and many other parts of the country.
There's no rational explanation that I've ever seen anyone give as to why that would be the policy. Unless you were trying to just allow people to vote illegally, because there's no other reason. If you need a driver's license or you need an ID for everything else,
Yes.
including just recently to prove that you were vaccinated.
I mean, that's important to validate or confirm that somebody is not exploiting voting or those kind of things. So you need that.
The same people who are demanding that you have a vaccine passport and are the same ones saying you need no ID to vote.
Yeah, that's terrible because you can then exploit it.
Same people.
Right, but like,
So it's obviously hypocritical and inconsistent.
so you really think it's just to get more voters?
If you want to understand behavior, you have to look at the incentives. Once the Democratic Party in the U.S. and the left in Europe realized that if you have open borders and you provide a ton of government handouts, which creates a massive financial incentive.
Exactly. If you let someone in your country and you give him money, and what would you expect? They're like exploiting the government money, the taxpayers' money, just to pay those people, those illegals, to live in their country because they will gain their vote. If they gain their vote, they can stay in power and exploit even more. So this is like insane what they do.
For people from other countries to come to your country, and you don't prosecute them for crime, they're going to be beholden to you, and they will vote for you.
Yeah.
And that's why Obama and Hillary went from being against open borders to being in favor of open borders. That's the reason. In order to import voters so they can win elections.
Exactly. They open their borders so they can keep winning elections. That's actually insane. Their game plan is actually crazy.
And the problem is that has a negative runaway effect. So if they get away with that, it is a winning strategy. If they are allowed to get away with it, they will import enough voters to get supermajority voting, and then there is no turning back.
We talked about this before the election, and then
Yes.
you literally pointed towards the camera. You faced the camera and said that if you do not vote now, you might not ever be able to do it again because
Right.
it'll be futile.
He said that because he knows that if so many illegals come to the country, they will vote for the current government, so it will never change. So it's over. It's over for democracy, should I say, because they will just keep voting for the one that gives them money and freedom. That's actually insane. But I will end this clip now, and thank you for watching. And I will upload much more. So if you want to stay, if you want to stay or see more clips like this or videos, you can subscribe to it and like this video. Thank you for watching, and see you in the next one.